How's it going, everybody? It is Lockhart here, and I wanted to talk about Higan Eruthyll and all the changes that are coming to the game, as well as for me. And the first thing I'm going to start with is that I kind of reached out to the dev team a little bit, if I could say that. I reached out to a representative of the dev team. I don't know how to say it. But I reached out and I was wondering, like, hey, like, I'm like Mr. Number One YouTuber for the game. I'm not Mr. Number One YouTuber for the game. But I asked if I could ever be considered as an official content creator, and they said basically yes after some approval time. So I'm your official content creator for Higan Eruthyll, and I know for some you're like, okay, slow clap, but I'm really happy because it's kind of one of the first times I'm actually officially recognized, and I kind of just started 2 months ago doing this whole YouTube thing, so it's super cool. And moving on to the next bit, for me is kind of another one of those things that should be shutting up the haters, which is a big UI update, and this looks super cool. I love the background change because it just looks a lot more open. What we have kind of right now is kind of the same, but having this here and all this creates what is similar to like a thick bezel on a cell phone. So even though, like, yes, you can see through it, it feels a little cumbersome. It's not as bad as some of those like other gachas where you have like a billion notifications, all of those like buy me nows and this, and it like literally covers like this entire half of the screen while you're playing, by the way. So this isn't too bad. But the next part I love. So going into the roster, this is awesome. So like, the spotlight creates like a depth of field that happens a little bit more naturally. So the shadow leads you to believe that there is space between the character, the wall, and yourself. So it gives it a little bit of depth. But I love that little transition, And then the next one, it's just really nice. It's like a little touch of like, we care about the game, we care about the way it looks, and we want it to look nice for you too, as the player. And I like the redesign of this. This is really cool. But if we take a look at what we currently have, it is, not that there's anything wrong with it, but nice and simple. And then you have your skills, which is, nothing happens, but it's all here. And then the awakening screen kind of removes you from it. Like, why keep it like that? And then all of a sudden like this. My only concern or question would be like, okay, well, what happens here? When I click on one of these to figure out what it does it just go on to the middle of the screen? I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm just, just a question to ask. And so it's a nice change. And I also like the fact that you can see that in order for us to get to those like little tea parties, we have to go over here. And then you have to click more. Whereas in this, the tea party option is actually just at the bottom of the screen. So when she goes to the next one, go to affinity, bam, right there, all in the same screen. And that's just really nice, to have that all in the same with different motions per each of these. And I think it's just like a touch of love that like just shows that the devs really care about the way the game is and the way the game looks, and things like that do add to the game's flavor too, like adding a stage as a background. As you guys know, the theater is a big theme here in Higan Eruthyll, so it's cool to see that. And this is just something that's just, from my perspective, technical perspective, I enjoy it a lot. So when we go into our version right now of like, the Outland and Realm of Fighters, it's just like, it's nice and simple. All of it is really just like backgrounds that give you the information. Some people like really like this stuff. Like, I wonder what the tower is going to look like. I don't imagine it'll be too different, but maybe it might be. You never know later on. So that's just things that they're working on, and it's just like really nice and simple. Whereas in the UI update, you go behind the curtain and bam, you're here, and like it kind of like puts you behind the veil. If you do this right here, we go down, and again we get that, and this just adds a little bit more life to the game. So one of the things in videography is that if you pan a still image, even though you're like moving the image from left to right and it mimics that of like a real pan, it doesn't feel the same way. And a lot of people will say, like, when you record something from left to right, versus do a still from left to right, even if it's like something that doesn't move and it's like a static image, the air in that the air in the video moves. Like you can see that little bit of extra life. Like you can very much see the difference between what is like panning a still image or doing an actual pan in video format. So I really appreciate this. They do it with like the speckles of dust, the light, and as well as like the portraits like moving from left to right. It's not a whole lot, but honestly, it's little things like this that just make the game feel better, especially from a new player perspective. And then the calendar is like, this is just me and my OCD. I live off the calendar. Like my wife makes one on like top of the fridge. Like we live and die by that thing. At work, I have everything laid out. And it's just amazing. But another game that does this really well is DFFOO, or Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. And what they do is that they just give you the entire month in a snapshot, and you can see like this character comes out on these days, secret character comes out on this day, you have double drop rates on this day, change in events on this day, and it's like the whole month at a time. So having something like this is just really nice, and especially since it's built into the game. You know, I hate going out of the game to look for in-game information sometimes. It bothers me, but this is nice. And that's kind of it for the UI changes. Again, I love the way it looks. I think it looks a lot better. And personally, if I'm playing this at night, it'll be a lot easier on the eyes because this is very bright. So having this is super nice. Now going into the next bit of it is going to be the dev blog. And I was pretty happy with like 4.0 dev blog. I feel like they held true to their word. So when we talk about their 5.0, number one, who this? You know, I see a katana. So is this gonna be like massive deeps? And if so, which element? Give a brother a head tie. Like, you know, we don't have like a lot of cool like hoplite characters who are at the forefront. Like we have some. Shadow just got one, or Dark just got one. But like, you know, like just let me know and make sure it's wind. Because I don't have too many frontliners in wind right now, and I could use a really good one. So let's take a look. So there was an issue in Union Chat. The previous chat log would be gone when players log off and re-enter the Union Chat. This issue is scheduled to be fixed on a new future update. Perfect. There's an issue with play stats where the players adapt the play. They may get substats inconsistent with the main stat. 100% true. This issue is already fixed in our last update. Great. So I'll probably try again. There's an issue with the panel display of Florentine's damage. Great. Florentine's summon entities damage is not counted. Holy issues. Okay, we'll fix that because I actually have the character, so that'd be nice. There is an issue related to the rank settlement in Armageddon, which was based on the damage ratio, causing our players to get a low rank even though they dealt tons of damage on the boss. I did find that inconsistent. That was weird. This issue is scheduled to be fixed on a future update. Okay. So just so you guys know, future update can mean the span of 1 or the span of 3 or 4 within the 5.0 and stuff. So like within 4.0, they fixed a bunch of issues, not all in one go, but throughout the whole thing. There's an issue related to Qing Wu's artistic design. Kimchi, is that what I said? In our update, we will improve our visual effect with her eyes being sparkled and bright. Yeah, because like, you know, super cool character, and I really do like. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, dead inside, just like me. And let's get that fixed. So new features upcoming, new artistic design, of course, we just went over that. Super amazing. So the most beloved Armageddon has already been done. Has been permanent mode, 2 weeks with 1 week in interval. Here's the only thing. Y'all need to fix this ASAP, please and thank you. Great, thank you for Armageddon. Great to have the extra rewards, appreciated a million times. However, because even though we're in a break week, I still can't get rid of the dead weight, you know? And now it's like an issue because my guild is full, and like I have so many people that I need to get rid of, which I could only do 5 at a time. I didn't realize this until last minute. And so like my guild mates have to like pay for it. Sorry guys. And I I'm stuck. So like if this is ongoing and we're 2 weeks on, 1 week off, and with like no opportunity to get rid of this, we should be able to get rid of them right now during this portion. Y'all know what I mean? Agree or disagree? And so in our previous update, we introduced class replay function, auto mode, blah, 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 blah. Lock your stats and adapting plays. Quality of life will be optimized to easier to use. I will say one thing about the optimization that they've been doing with the game, and they've been doing it really well. So some of the comments that I've seen in my YouTube videos or even in Reddit are that like, oh, like, you know, now I can play the game on my potato phone because I couldn't do that before. And it's true, like when the game first came out. Now it's nowhere near as bad right now as as Snowbreak Containment Zone, but you did need a higher end phone in order to play the game really smoothly at highest qualities. But now like my iPhone 8 Plus does it really well, which is like bonkers. And that's like, that just shows that like, you know, they're working on it. You know, they're not just like, I understand the events are a way for us to see whether or not they're working on the game, but these things too mean that they're working on it, and a lot of these things will help newer players get in easier. As for the character outfit, we will push it a step beyond a simple outfit change, the more immersive qualities and the unique combat effects in our future update. And I love this because one thing is that, you know, we have like three tiers of skin. So you have the skin that the character comes in with, which is amazing, and then you have something that could be considered like just your like regular skin, and then you have something that's like your chroma. I don't know how else to say it, but like basically something that's a little bit more premium that comes with more like visual effects, right? And that would be amazing to see because League of Legends does this super well, where they have like your skins that just change the way the characters look, and then you have skins that change the way the character feels completely, deals the same damage and everything, but the way they do it is like different, you know. So it'll be amazing to see that, because as I think most of us agree, you know, as a game that has like a lot of different arts because of like the plays, and has a lot of different characters, and every character feels super different, it's going to be super cool to even see some of your OG characters do something completely different for you visually. That's nice. Again, shows that the devs care. And then in our future update, the lobby assist character will be featured character with also in your personal info with the same featured outfit, chroma outfit included. You'll be able to show your characters with their most gorgeous outfit and personal info. Cool, nice and simple. In our future update, we will add a union name to our personal info, which I like. Most games do this already. After that, when you share your cards with Ken, you can probably show which union belong to. Awesome. So thanks for your support. Blah blah blah. Optimization, future things. Erager Alliance. So first thing. What is, okay, let's figure that out. And then the second thing is going to be all this cool stuff. Honestly, this game is phenomenal. If you are a new player suddenly watching this video for whatever reason and you've watched until this point, join and try it out. Just try the game out and see how you like it, and join my guild. Obviously this is max promotion on my end once I can get rid of people, and it's just a good game to get into, you know. Like I've created like a previous video about things that like are really cool, but you know, premium pities carry over, regular pities carry over, your play pities carry over, which is amazing. All of this should be something that kind of like entices you to give it a shot, because the game is a little different, and even though initially I felt like the RNG aspect of the game was a big portion of how you played it, the skill tuning as you continue to level them up will have an effect too that kind of weighs that out, you know. And by skill tuning I mean like choosing like which part of your awakenedness you want to use, right? Like you're gonna, if I pick this one, I will just go Torchbearer Goddess because I want to have more like another unit on the field if I'm running 1 front 3 back, so that way I have 2 front 1 back, because this Torchbearer Goddess can be healed. And then maybe on this one I'll do, you know, whatever, grants Florentine summons 35% damage mitigation. Wow, that seems kind of busted. Like, hello? And in new life, they triggered. Oh, what? What's this? Now inflicts damage every 0.5 seconds, but each damage and stance deals 35%. Ooh, Torchbearer guys taxing target damage increased by 4%, stack up to 6 times. What? Okay, anyway, side note, Florentine, super cool. They're fixing her. But yeah, if you've watched it till this point, please like and subscribe. And you know, if I get to my milestone of 1K subs or 100K views, I'd love to be able to celebrate by doing a raffle giveaway for a piece of gunpla. Not mine, but like, you know, for somebody to be able to celebrate and be able to enjoy one of my favorite hobbies that I have. And that's it. What are y'all doing in the game so far? How are you guys doing? What are you guys running for teams? Are you guys running mono element? Are you guys just pulling on the things that you like? I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much. Take care, everybody.